friends, it's your boy Trant. Today I'm here for my week 2 game against my good friend Dell, aka D Double. Known this guy for a long time, a little over 2 years now. Believe we have not ever battled before, but we've been in a couple leagues together. I'm very excited to finally get to play him. So really quick, looking over his team is absolutely scary. Probably one of the better teams drafted for this. Dell really knows how to draft, clearly. He decided to get Groudon round 1 to set up the Sun. He's got Terra Walking Wake. He has Rillaboom and Sneasler, which is a dangerous combo. He's got Zapdos, which doesn't really work too well in the Sun, but it kind of helps break some mons that Pokemon like Groudon and Walking Wake do struggle with. He has the Dunsparce, which is very annoying for my team. He's got Mesprit, Darkrai, and then he's got Ditto and Glalie. So honestly, one of the key things with Dell's team that I'm really that I struggled with in prep specifically was that his team has so many different niches and little gimmicks that it's very hard to prep for. He has several setup Pokemon, whether it be SD or bulk up Groudon, Dragon Dance, Walking Wake to get a speed boost, and then be like Life Orb with special attacks, or even just like a speed booster in the Sun, or like Scarf or Specs in the Sun. He's got a Rillaboom, he's got the Sneasler. Everybody knows what Sneasler does. Zapdos doesn't necessarily set up, but it is still very annoying. The Dunsparce is a Pokemon that outside of the Urshifu single, I kind of do have a hard time breaking. So that could be an interesting bring if he wants to bring that, whether it be a setup to Dunsparce with either Calm Mind or Coil, or if he's just like a Glare Roost set. Glare is very spammable into my team considering I don't have any electric types. Then we have the Mesprit, which is also very annoying. Can kind of freely set up rocks once again if the Urshifu is not there or on the field at the time. Darkrai, always a very powerful threat. It's faster than everything on my team, barring Scarfers, so we gotta be careful of that. Ditto always forces a lot of prep because you don't want to put something on your team that can 6-0 your own team, so that one's always a little iffy. And then Glalie, probably not going to come to this matchup. It's a spiker, so it kind of warrants people to run a little bit of removal if they think that Glalie has a chance of coming, but it's definitely not coming to this game. So, getting into the first member of our team, we have Sinistcha. We're rocking the Covert Cloak this week. That is mainly going to be for the Sneasler. If they want to Dire Claw spam us, Dire Claw has a very ridiculous amount of luck based around it. My luck is not very great if you guys have watched my games before. Covert Cloak puts a stop to that. We have Strength Sap because we can kind of just stay in on things like Sneasler and Rillaboom and Groudon pretty freely, as well as like the Dunsparce if we absolutely need to. We have Shadow Ball, Machigacha, and Calm Mind. Covert Cloak also will help with a potential rock sliding or air slashing Serene Grace to Dunsparce. Getting the Covert Cloak means that we don't have a chance to flinch, which is really nice and could save us from a very annoying end game where everything is paralyzed from Glare. Coming in for our third slot, we have our current MVP, Mamoswine. Mamoswine, I think, looks very good in this matchup like it does in almost every single matchup. This is going to be our potential lead. We have it really just depends on what we see the opponent bring in team preview. Mamoswine or another Pokemon I'll talk about in just a second. But getting rocks up is very important. This guy has no removal, and I feel like a lot of his Pokemon are going to be benefiting from having items. So I think not being locked into boots for him is going to be very massive for me if I can get those rocks up. Chip on things like Walking Wake and Rillaboom, Mesprit, the Dunsparce, and Darkrai would all go a very long way. So yeah, pretty standard set from the Mamoswine this week. Up next, we have our team captain. We have Ho this week. Ho is going to be pretty standard set. We got Boots, we got Sacred Fire, Brave Bird. We're rocking Substitute and Recover. Substitute's mainly there because we have a lot of there's a lot of mons on his team that I think we do a decent job at forcing out. Things like the Dunsparce if it's low, Sneasler if it's not packing Rock Slide, Mesprit, Rillaboom, and even potentially Groudon. If the sun is up, then he has to fear things like Solar Beam or even just a Sacred Fire in the sun. Definitely will scare him out. So yeah, that's the set we're running. We're also not going to be running any other coverage or setup just in case the Ditto is there. But yeah, I think Ho-Oh looks really strong in this matchup. We just have to watch out for that Walking Wake mainly. Next up, we are going to be running Mew. Pretty different Mew set this week. Like I said, he does not have any removal, so I'm going to try to take advantage of that and run lead Mew with Spikes. We also have Taunt and Toxic. Taunt is there to basically stop any of their leads. If I don't see the Mesprit or the Dunsparce, then this Mew kind of just gets a lot worse off of Team Preview, and I probably won't lead it, and I'll probably save it in the back to try to get a Toxic off on something like Rillaboom, Zapdos, or Groudon. But if I do see the Mesprit or the Dun, this will probably be my lead to Taunt to keep them from getting up rocks or like setting up a T-Wave or a Glare. And then we will just start setting up Spikes. We have Psychic because it's very free stab into their entire team. You know, they don't have a Steel type, so it's mainly just the Darkrai that can kind of handle the Mew, but we have stuff for the Darkrai. Coming up next, we have Torn T, our Terra Captain. We are running Grass Knot, Bleak Wind Storm. Our third move is Terra Blast with Terra Electric, and then Nasty Plot. We are rocking the Shucca Berry. This Pokemon is specifically here to set up and sweep in an endgame. If we don't see the Darkrai, or if the Darkrai is dead or chipped enough, then Torn T can definitely win this endgame. We're Terra Electric, it gives us opportunities to set up on things like Zapdos, as well as things like the Dunsparce if it is a Glare set. And we can also kind of very freely set up on Mesprit because they can't do much to us in return. And then we're rocking the Shucca Berry so that if we need to, we can take a Earthquake or a Precipice Blades from Groudon and get that Nasty Plot up, or if they do happen to be Choice Scarf, which I'm not really sure if he wants to be Choice Scarf in this game because I think he likes to switch up his moves. But if he is Choice Scarf Groudon, then we can stop him from revenging us and take that and then kill it with a Grass Knot as long as he's not a Rindo Berry. And last but not least, we have the Dialga Origin again this week. I think this Pokemon looks really strong into Dell's team. He doesn't really have a lot to break it outside of the Walking Wake and then like the Sneasler and the Groudon. But if either the Sneasler or the Groudon comes in after I get like a +2 defense off, it's going to be pretty easy to kind of just do a lot of damage with our dual stabs. They don't really have a lot to check this Pokemon. Like I said, they don't have a Steel type and they don't have a Fairy. So the dual stabs kind of do just run really rampant here. So I'm very excited to see if this Dialga can get set up and do some things. We can pretty much very freely set up on things like Rillaboom, things like Zapdos, like the Dun, like Mesprit. If the Wake is, if we calc that the Wake is scarfed into like a water move or any other kind of resist, then we can do that too. But yeah, that's going to be it for my team. Let's go ahead and hop right into the game. All right, we are back. It is time to play against my good friend Dell. Let me write down what mons he brought. Okay, note the Dunsparce is honestly crazy good for me. I was terrified of that thing. He brought 5 of the 6 mons I expected. No Darkrai is incredible because that mon was also terrifying. Sinistcha has a great time in this matchup now. I felt like we still just lead Mew. If he leads with Mesprit, then we just click Taunt, and then we start setting up probably Toxics. Anti-Mesprit lead. I could see the Groudon leading. That would be fine too. Honestly, anything but like the Wake. The Walking Wake is definitely going to be an issue. He is Terra Dragon. So, I mean, he's just taking full advantage of the fact that I don't have a Fairy. Terra Dragon Draco would kill Mew outright if he leads with it, so I do have to keep an eye on that. If he does lead with it, I mean, what can I do, right? If he specs, it kills, obviously. If he's not specs, I'm not worried about it. He might just lead it. But if he specs lead Draco, then I can go into Torn and set up Lil Uzi. It's going to be the Mesprit. So this is the lead that we wanted. He probably thinks we're going to trade hazards here. If he's Mental Herb, then good play. But I'm just clicking Taunt. I'm clicking Taunt every time. And let's see what he wants to do here. He could just U-turn. No rocks. Okay. Good positioning. I think Toxic's more important. Toxic is vastly more important than getting up hazards here. Mesprit is something that definitely needs to be chipped in order for Torn-T to survive in this game. He's just going to go for a knock off my lefties. That's not a huge deal considering this thing is kind of just here for this. I kind of want a Toxic again, but I think it's safer to just go for a Spike and not risk just not getting any value out of this mon. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna click Spikes. Spikes are here to stay. He has no removal on the team. We didn't bring removal either, so if I can stay on the field versus this Mesprit and keep rocks from going up, that would be fantastic. He's just gonna U-turn. Probably is gonna bring in something that's faster. Probably Wake. Wake makes the most sense. And honestly, I think I'm willing to let Mew go down so I can get something like Dialga or Torn in for free here. If the Wake is Terra Dragon Draco, it does not ever kill Torn if he's not Specs or Life Orb. Unless he's modest. But I don't think he can afford to be modest unless he doesn't want to outspeed Urshifu. Stardust is going to come in. It's going to be the Sneasler. Okay. It's not Boots. I mean, I have no reason not to just stay in and click Psychic. If he were to click SD, we'd kind of be in a sticky situation. So I think I'm just going to click Psychic. If he wants to take me down, that's totally fine. I'll go into Torn afterwards and click a very free Bleak Wind. He has no pivots into Bleak Wind. So yeah, I'll just Psychic. We're just gonna, wow. Risking the Gunk Shot miss there is insane on his part. So he is Gunk Shot. Kills Mew. And we just go Torn here. 10 times out of 10. No need for me to Terra yet. I'll keep my natural typing. And we just click very free Bleak, I think. Forgot to mute Discord notice. That's okay. I'll do it now. Into Tweety. It's gonna be the Zapdos. Has to be. So I mean here, I kind of just Terra and click Plot, right? Is there any reason not to with the mons he brought? Not really. I just Terra and Plot. I mean, I have regen, so I can always just come back in later if I need to. He probably just U-turns. Good on him for baiting out the Terra Electric though. Which is probably what he was going for here. He's just gonna U-turn. It's gonna do 53. I'm assuming. I'll still run the cap just to be safe, but I'm assuming that's just gonna be... yeah, It's just no attack and minus attack. Red Lobster. So he doesn't know. He might think he's in the good here. But he doesn't know that I have Grass Knot. Now, this Groudon, I'm at +2. If this Groudon isn't like weakness policy, then I think I'd have cooked here. He has to be Spadef weakness policy. I'm just gonna click it. He Scarf. Wow. So we're gonna tank the Precipice Blades. That was not as close as I thought it was gonna be. Okay. Thorn's gonna take out the Groudon, which is incredible. That is honestly incredible. Taking out the scariest Mon right away is just insane for me. Now we have to deal with Walking Wake, which is a bit of an issue. He's gonna go back into the Mesprit. Okay. I'm sure he just wants to get rocks up here, right? So do I just Big Balls? Or do I go into... I think I'm gonna actually go into Ho-Oh here. Because I have every right to sub in his face. And I also obviously want to save Torn. So I think I'm actually going to go Ho-Oh here. If he reads that and clicks U-turn, then good job on his part. He's gonna knock off first. Okay. That's fine by me. I mean, if he wants rocks up here, so be it. I kind of just do things here. Sun is up. O versus Mesprit. I mean, this is a Sacred Fire in the Sun. I think after Toxic it might kill. I think I'm going to recover here first, because I don't think he can break my sub. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Stalling out Sun turns, incredible, because the Walking Wake is losing a lot of value currently. And he will die to a Sacred Fire plus Poison next turn. Which I'm sure this Mesprit thinks it's just done its job. Definitely not breaking sub. Yeah, dying to Poison. Who got the Poison? Mew. So, Mew kills Mesprit. Oh! Wow. Wow. Okay. Bathwater's gonna come out here as the Mesprit dies. That's really, really good prep on his part. Okay. So the Ho-Oh will always be coming in at 50% now, but I think I'm okay with that. I can tank any hit from the Zapdos. As long as he's defensive, Thunderbolt never kills me. He's gonna go into Stardust here. Why? Why would you do this? He's gonna miss the... Oh, he didn't miss. Okay. We still take that, though. We get a nasty Shadow Ball off. Bathwater's going to take the Future Sight, and Mesprit is going to pick up a kill on Sinistcha. And now, I'm assuming Mamoswine kills Sneasler from this range, right? like it has to. Yeah. If it doesn't, then I'm just cooked. Ice Shard is very free here, though. So, we click it. He has no switch into this unless he wants to go hard wake. Upper hand. So now the question is, so if he's fling upper hand, gunk shot, is his last move rock slide? Is he really not running CC? I think I go for it again. I think I lose to Sneasler right here. Right? Does Dialga live a hit from Sneasler? Oh, okay. I live a hit. This is a 50-50 on whether he upper hands or doesn't upper hand. I think I'm gonna call that he doesn't upper hand. Got me. He's playing incredible. There's nothing I can do about it. Luckily, Dialga does take a hit. Wait. I'm assuming, does a gunk shot... Does a gunk shot kill Ho-Oh? It's a mean rule. We go into Dialga. We do tank one. I think this game is over though. I think I lost. Solely because I forgot about upper hand, I can't lie. So that's just good prep on his part. We should be able to take a CC, we're max HP. And I am just getting pinged like crazy. Is he adamant? He's adamant. That's GG. Okay. So yeah, I think he just won based off that. Unless he misses a gunk here. It's the only way. But even then, I'm pretty sure the wake just does me in. He has to land a gunk, I guess. And he does land it. That's GG. I just got absolutely Sneasler momented. And I kind of deserve it because I definitely disrespected this thing in prep. He brought the perfect checks for everything that I had. Yeah, he had the fling for the Sinistra. Upper hand for Mamoswine was incredible. Nothing I can do about it. He just absolutely outplayed me. And that's going to be GG's, and we are going to get absolutely embarrassed in week 2. Rightfully so. I kind of did my prep like right before the game started. We're playing early in the week. I don't like playing earlier in the week, but it's what worked out best for Dell, so that's what we did. Yeah, that's going to be GG's. We're going to go down to 1-1, -1 differential. Yeah, so that's going to be it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.